Chapter 4. Gregor stood amidst the ruins of the mansion, watching as the wind carried away the ashes. The fire devoured the remnants of what had once been Darius's stronghold, but he knew this was not the end. Darius had escaped. The hunters did not celebrate victory. They searched the area looking for any trace of the enemy. A werewolf leading the group approached Gregor. His yellow eyes gleamed in the darkness. "You did the right thing," he said, sheathing his sword. "But this is just the beginning. Darius will return, and there will be no mercy next time." Gregor nodded. He knew it. He felt it in every fiber of his being. "Where could he have gone?" he asked. The werewolf pondered for a moment before speaking. "There is a legend. Long ago, deep in the northern mountains, there was a fortress of the elder vampires. It has long been abandoned, but some believe that something dark still resides there. Darius might have gone there to regain his strength." Gregor felt his heart, or its shadow, tighten. He could not allow Darius to grow stronger, or the next battle would be even bloodier. "I need to find him first." The werewolf smirked slightly. "You know it's a trap, yet you'll go anyway." Gregor did not respond. His choice had already been made. The journey was grueling. He traveled at night, avoiding settlements. Vampires were still a danger, and hunters did not trust those like him. On the fourth night, he reached the cold northern lands. The mountains loomed in the sky, resembling the colossal bones of ancient beasts, and among them stood a black citadel. Gregor halted before it, sensing something eerie. This was the place where his fate would be decided. A heartbeat echoed from within. Not his own, something else's. He stepped into the darkness, knowing there might be no way out. Inside the fortress, an eerie silence reigned. The stone walls, covered in cobwebs, captured his footsteps, amplifying their echo. Faint light filtered through narrow windows, casting bizarre shadows on the floor. Gregor moved cautiously. He felt another presence, sensed that he was not alone. Suddenly, something darted through the darkness, and he drew his sword. "Show yourself!" he shouted. A figure emerged from the shadows. It was not Darius. A tall, skeletal man with long, silver strands of hair stood before him. His eyes glowed with a ghostly light. "You're all the same," the stranger whispered. "You come here seeking answers, but find only death." Gregor tensed. "Who are you?" "I am the last guardian of this fortress, the last of the ancients who remain here, and you will go no further." The stranger lunged forward with unnatural speed. Gregor barely blocked his strike, feeling the powerful force that nearly knocked his sword from his grip. Their blades clashed, and both realized this would be a brutal fight. Minutes passed, and both were exhausted. But Gregor knew he could not stop. He feinted, dodged a blow, and drove his blade straight into the stranger's chest. The man froze, then smiled. "Now you know what awaits you." His body crumbled to dust. Gregor exhaled, but there was no time to rest. Ahead, behind the heavy doors, lay his greatest trial. He entered a grand hall. At its center stood Darius. He looked different, stronger, more dangerous. His eyes glowed red, and his skin had an almost marble-like texture. "You came just as I expected," he said. Gregor gripped his sword. "This ends now." Darius smiled. "Oh no, this is just the beginning." More vampires emerged from the shadows, waiting for the signal. "Are you ready for your final battle, Gregor?" He did not answer. His choice had already been made, and this battle would decide everything. To be continued in the final chapter.